Mr. Edward Philip George Seaga.
Manley was on the ropes. In a bitter contest, he finally conceded to his rival, Edward Seaga. America breathed a sigh of relief as Edward Seaga put the ghost of socialism to rest.
There was just $11 million in the Bank of Jamaica when we took over. We wanted, first of all, to restore the bridges that had been burnt by Manley with our traditional partners.
For some people, it was like heaven on earth. Things had gone back to normal. All this talk about change and about blackness and about better and so on was eliminated, and we were back to the 60s where we should always have been. Money would flow from the United States, investment would flow, and life would be as it should be.
The US lavished over $200 million of aid on Seaga's government. With this new investment, business began to flourish.
In the 80s, the atmosphere was more pro-business, and consequently you had a lot of remigration, people coming back home, business people, some professionals. But I think what is really important is that there's very, very much a good atmosphere of encouraging foreign investment. It's stable, the people that you can work with are available.
Butch Stewart became a successful entrepreneur in tourism, pioneering the Sandals Resort and later taking over the national airline. But his homegrown success was exceptional. Most of the new businesses which sprung up in Jamaica were owned by foreigners. Multinationals flooded in. Brands and chains began to dominate the place. The land of jerk chicken was sold the Kentucky dream.
Mr. Seaga was a fantastic salesman. He had the respect internationally. And so he was able to convince the private sector, both locally and overseas, to invest in Jamaica. He had programs, he had good policies.
On the same tarmac that Fidel had once embraced his comrade Michael Manley, Ronald Reagan heralded a new alliance between Jamaica and Washington.
The success of our venture depends on cooperation. And cooperation is easier between friends who share the same ideals.
The Reagan administration had an excellent relationship with Mr. Seaga, with Jamaica.
Thank you all very much.
It was a wonderful feeling because to me, it made the statement that yes, Jamaica had once again arrived. We had once again been accepted into the international arena. And we got a lot of assistance through that administration. The darker-skinned Jamaican has become more confident and has become more domineering, and will not put up with a lot of what would take place in the earlier days.
The experience of the Jamaican people has been exceptionally rich. Experience in terms of oppression, experience in terms of reform, experience in terms of culture, in sport, broadly, highly experienced people. And therefore, we are now on the verge of that experience being brought to bear on the direction of the country.
Jamaicans essentially are people who want their freedom, and they want to retain their freedom, and they will die fighting for their freedom.
From the university to the sports field, great men and women in arts, education and politics have their roots here. A small island of some 2.5 million people has made a big impact overseas.